yeah, so that we can discuss whatever you've got for us, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great.
So sweet, was a dose in a real life. No, it's a lifestyle. No, man. Yeah, it's a lifestyle.
Once again, welcome to the Mother of All talk show, talking about the great current affairs program, the Pan-African program from the Pan-African Voice, that is Voice of London Television. And don't forget, you can also watch us on our sister station. We have a feed to Voice of London Radio and all our social media handles, okay? That's the TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, and all the leading streaming sites. www.voiceoflondon.television.co.uk. Today we'll be looking at some of the interesting news that has come through the week, what's happening around the globe, what's happening around the world. We'll be taking one or two from the international news decks from this section, and then we'll dribble our way to Africa, where we're going to be dealing with the Pan-African aspect. I think this week there's been some serious issues that are taking place, and in the field of sports and entertainment, we've also got a lot of activities taking place there, and Ghana also losing one of his great musicians. All right, so without further ado, and before some of my learned colleagues joins me, let me go straight away and welcome Lady Nana Beauty Lena. Lady Nana, at the same, how are you? Nana, can you hear me?
Thank you so much. Good evening to.
Oh, great, great.
I'm very fine, thank you. Good evening to our. Yes, please. I said I'm very fine, thank you.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Nice one. How was your day?
Good evening to all our. My day wasn't bad.
Great. And what did you really eat today? Did you eat fufu, or you had something different?
Yeah, I ate fufu.
I knew it.
And
fufu and what?
Fufu and hot, yeah, hot tilapia light soup.
Wow, this is typical tradition, isn't it?
We are chilling here.
Wow, that's good. You know, I heard some rumor before we go into some of the headlines that you've got for us. I heard some rumor that fufu was kind of like that killed that Lumba, one of the famous artists.
Never. It can never be possible.
All right, that's interesting there. Okay, so viewers, once again, welcome aboard. My name is Nana Osagyeo. You are watching the Voice of London Television, of course, the current affairs program with a Pan-African twist live right here. And of course, you can reach us on all our social media handles. Nana Ama is with me. We expect our other learned colleagues to join in. And so I think I'll deal with Nana Ama for her to bring us the great headlines so that we can be deliberating while the others can be joining in. Nana, in our local language parlance, I say, Nana, over to you. Assembly the at the home, the young quay. And I'll tell me,
Ejami tonka na yeware wom. Yewayim na wom. The whole world, Ghana, the whole world at large, we've lost an icon, a legend. Everybody like this is so shocking. Like Daddy Lumba, Charles Kojofusu, popularly known as Daddy Lumba, has finally passed on. Like, and this is a very sad news. The state is even thinking of preparing a state burial for him, because this man is a great man. And also when we go to Ashanti region,
yes,
one Kusasi chief, he has been shot and he died. So motorbikes has been banned. Motorbike has been banned from operating after 7 p.m. So we okada. Right, be I say we don't want to hear prum prum boom at 7 p.m. Once it's 7 p.m., no more motorbikes. And then this month, on Thursday, our media budget review was read, and then the NDC government, they are really doing a great job. We just pray that it should not be like once they come in and then they'll do everything so nice, quick, fast, and then later on they'll show us Pepe. We just pray that they'll continue with their good works and take us to the higher level. Ghana must change. We've suffered a lot. Our kids must see difference. Like, and also there was this immigration officer who was found dead, and then the killer, or should I say the murderer of him, there is a suspect who has been arrested about his death. Agrada, they wanted bail, but she was denied bail. And then her case is always worsening every day, because ECHO, they are battling whether to close a church because of people are still reporting. People are still giving complaints concerning the church very soon. And then finally, D-Levy na SAM payment. Implementing it. So D-Levy is now working in Ghana. Whether
what is working there?
D-Levy, levy.
Oh, the D-Levy. Okay.
It was implemented on the 16th.
Oh, okay. I see. That's interesting. But let's look at this Okada thing that you are talking about. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, my noble viewers, I'm speaking to Lady Nanama. And Nanama is just telling us from that part of the world, the motherland, that Ghana has banned Okada from operating 24 hours. So it means that Okada has to operate up to 7 p.m., right?
Yes, in the Ashanti region, some parts of Ashanti region,
Oh,
because
some
of the
parts. Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay. Parts of Ashanti region, yeah?
yes, because of the murder of the Kusasi chiefs.
Yeah, what happened? Because that
A
story,
very,
if you
a
can
very
break it
fine
for us.
gentleman, a
Yeah, go
very,
on.
very, very handsome, fine, good-looking gentleman. This man, when I saw, I was like, hey, on Wednesday, 22nd July, he was shot. And then he died instantly. He died at the scene. Before they rushed him, he was already dead.
Yeah.
And suspect has not been yet found, but they were on a motorbike. The killers, the murderers were on motorbike. So this thing, it happened. But because nipa no, yes and say yeah, mu bibi say issue too bisa. Oma anye ho hwe. Since a big dignitary there, BBA no wawu ne there. Now actions has been taken. Nti bambo mu ayedin. Ana afei so ya bande motorbikes no. Say about 7 p.m. Asante hene any security head of police among per se on be who say obia moto bia prum bia.
Yeah. But why don't they make it the whole of the country? Just because that, but Accra or other parts too, there were murders with this. You remember recently or a couple of weeks ago, the murder of this, what they call them, those Momo people. You remember?
Moving this.
Is it
Yes,
the Momo?
yes.
Yeah. So why doesn't the government
The,
extend it to the whole country? Or you think that would be too harsh?
this that would be somehow too harsh, but
Okay.
God for you, this man who died, he's not anybody at all. Uni sika wasem yemobo. Elba Africa. When you have none, you are nobody. Imagine say Senka or Hinibi and I aboni to Accra ha. I think
Yes.
actions like that would have been taken. But these people that were shot, sorry to say, it's like they are nobody, like they are not known.
Yes.
They are somebody, but they are not known. You know, yeah, funny therapy and then me
Yes.
in cases in the crowd, Bokom is not well followed and all that.
Yes.
And so any day I'm with nipa, their family. They were seeking for their families. But
Right.
this man, Ashanti region hono, at baby this man is not the only first person. It happened recently, but not me simple radio. So this is so annoying. It happened recently. They didn't do anything about it. Nothing was done. Nothing at all was done.
Oh dear.
But once Kusasi chief, Mr. Abdul Malik, once he was shot and died at the scene, now the Asantuma and the Ashanti regional police head, whatever, they made an emergency meeting and then they decided on measures to protect, measures to make sure that citizens are protected. And it doesn't really make sense. Imagine first person AC, they did something about it. We wouldn't have lost a great dignitary. This man was a father, a son. I learned say ne mami recently, like nebani wo nechi ne mami ne wu. I haven't really followed that story though. But and then I'm from say ne mami no. Since I used to ne bana wu no, she's also dead. This man is a son, a father, a husband, a
Hey,
brother.
this handsome thing there, then the man must be very handsome. No one for papa.
Oh, it's not about her pen and saying quantity like only will be cramping out to say we were. You will not even wish say what once our time for we were. Like
Yes.
oh dear.
True. Look, Mami, let me big up our worldwide audiences. Rob just said hi, of course, giving a wave. Emmanuel Osei, how are you doing? Thank you so much, Emmanuel Osei, for joining us. Yes, big up CV. Of course, Lady Frederica, I'm saying hi to you. Thank you for joining us as we deliberate on this great, what we call our current affairs program, the Motherland Current Affairs Program, and Pan-Africanism. Yes, I'm speaking with Lady Nana Ama. Okay, I have Monica Boachi Monica, thank you for joining us. We have Abraham Kwate, Odat as well as join. Faye Living Legend, Lady Karaka, thank you all for joining. Interested. Don't worry, those who want the invites, I'll do that later on. Okay? Yes. Let me just big up some few more and then Anama can continue. We have Abraham Kwate, I think I did mention that one. Lady Karaka, I did mention that one. Okay, Nana, we've looked at the Okada. They said that the government of Ghana has actually suspended Okada operations from 7 p.m. So anybody operating Okada as a business, make sure by 7 you are done. They're not going to allow you to go overnight because of the recent murders and killings on those particular roads or those operating in the Ashanti region. Okay, so the government means business, Nanama, isn't it?
Yes, they do. But Max now I'm second, first no be full, second full, and so now.
Yes.
But they are doing great. But I don't think say this only can stop it because obiso yes some obiso me cool benye mutum kwa no betumi die ku car ho and obetumi kra gina feature ho nipa na eba na pom easy security na also
But not when, not when
because
the
when you say
killings, not when the murders and killings are of, it's terrible. Any killing at all, murder is terrible, isn't it?
it's terrible, it's very terrible. But
Yeah.
I mean when he said it was security mum na mum tight because this thing too is going to affect many people. It's really going to affect many people. They say Okada no yeah, Juma or baby, it rotates everywhere, it works everywhere. So you
Yeah.
can say 7 p.m. men yeah, Juma 7 no 6 5 6 if na go far pon and then Okada for no on bit menya 1 2 1 2 obi on pa onye rider but auto for no any personal use. Me point Juma 6 na me fee no me from Ejima to my house is like 1 hour ride.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean say men that kind so an answer thing. So though or what I'm share no na security no be me because obi so obi kum obi a enye moto nko a moto no ba nyina na e we disem da ho. So they should look for other ways and means.
Okay. All right. So let's go to the Daddy Lumba death. That has caused a lot of, people are so grieved. It was a world famous. I remember we did bring Daddy Lumba to London to perform sometimes. Yes, I think in the late 2000s there. And so it's a very personal friend. And, I was heartbroken when I heard the news. So how are you people taking it?
It's not easy here. It's not easy. Like me personally, I still don't believe it. It's so hard for me to believe that this man is gone and he's gone, like gone forever. This is so heartbreaking.
Yes.
This is so terrible. But one thing about human being, especially Africans, I
Yes.
never knew. Okay, I know he's a legend. Yeah, but I didn't know that Nigeria phone and all that. Like even the video stars, young artists, they are all like paying tribute to him.
Right.
This man, I am say African. We have to make sure that, and as I set a day, I celebrate legends. We shouldn't let them die before.
Yes.
Let
That's
them die
great.
before. Uncle for hey, I never knew he was so respected like that. That people loved him. Even
Right.
the young artists, I never knew. Like even Davido, he currently
Great.
performed, and then he paid last tribute to him. I was shocked.
Wow.
By ne nyinaa mu no, ebesi biara ɛnyɛ see like Bible crack or see biribi ɛnyɛ na asɛm no. And then ɛnyɛ sɛ
But do
he's
you
not
know,
like
say,
you.
Ecrophobic are trying to equate him with Michael Jackson and of Africa because he's so good, isn't he?
He's so good. He's so good. Like and osi mu nso nyɛ nnɛ. Osi
Yes.
mu nyɛ nnɛ at a younger age and all
Yes.
that. And
Yes.
osi mu. So he's well known, but I didn't know say nipa don't know sir. Meaning so or fame no wagidin.
Yes.
But the conquer phones and I never knew. I never knew. If you know or more like to cramp say they will like him, you know, pay last tribute when this man was alive.
Yeah.
I think he didn't know that hey after me cry of a living for who that. But
Wow.
in name no, it didn't answer me say rather than cry because there is nothing we can do about it. I
Yeah.
think so he wasn't that and yes, or a young guy been he was 60, I think he was going to 61.
Yes.
And this he would have been
Oh,
61. See, yes, sure, the sound funny crazy. No man at home.
I see. I see. Now, let's go to that prison officer death. You were saying something about it. So try and break it down for us a bit. Yeah.
So this man, Steven's there, Steven Amwa, his death
Yeah.
is something.
Mm,
Omu to a GBC satellite on baby.
mm.
And then he was bent by one she.
Oh dear.
Somebody didn't come watching, and then the family was. Say nipa ni cool no or person on shina sakra, but I don't know whether it's rained or what happened, what really happened.
Mm,
But none the baby na it was difficult for you to recognize him. It's a woman the family ni ba mortuary honum. So at
yeah.
the mortuary and then they got the family they got to know that it was him.
Oh
It's you
dear.
know call ne phone so when
Yeah.
they read his last chat messages, they got to know that he was having some challenges, some issue with a friend, a very close friend
Mm-hmm.
named one Mr. Bright Ave.
Mm.
Yeah, they were discussing some money, and in short, Mr. Stephen was somehow owing his friend.
Mm.
Yeah, so they were debating and arguing on the debts. They agreed on like, for example, you're owing me. We've agreed that
Mm.
like in a month later you're going to pay him. You got to a month instead of you paying fully, you paid half of it and all that. So it was a debate, and then they yeah in his chat they were supposed to meet on the 4th. So this man left home. This man left home um July 3rd and was never found. So
Yeah.
sorry. So he was found later, somewhere on the 10th that he's dead and all that. It's your omachano. She said the police. She said the Mr. Bright Avenue police custody. She said you go to now.
Yes, but why can some people be so wicked? Your own best friend, and just because of some nonsense, stupid money issue, you just take a life. Eh?
Hmm.
Give us some
Ah,
credit.
some Tisia sika ne really o. It's money, like money everywhere. And yeah, sikana, sikana. It's not. They say it's not like human again. No, we don't think of our brothers anymore. And Uncle Bibi me, ashwene be nim na wakuno. For what? For money. Bibi me ashwene mama wa wo what to wa na wakuno. All in the name of money. Your bumpire say he justice to be served to him
Okay,
because he's a
Nana, hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can speak to Evangelist Papashi, who was close. Evangelist, oh, Nana was live on air, Evangelist. Where the my film perfume. Are they at any so? Nti kafra, nti masende u ayi Zoom link no nti pa join yes na yendi lumba ho komo just for about yayi kakra bi why?
Oh, na I can't say me prayer like ni.
Oh, any wabre.
Me prayer like this here. Me prayer like this here. Me dey to so any.
Oh, okay. Yo, any
and I may have got me 50 on my and me buy me call or the hoodie. I want me want to feed my baby.
na say me hu say woni Kodwentwi ni what's his name? You were seated with Kodwentwi. What's this guy name? That renowned journalist KKD. Yeah, you were in your blue attire, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, since you're on the line, I think your network is also gone. Papa, you can hear me?
Yeah, Nana, could you repeat it for me, please?
I said, because Lumba is a renowned person, just give us a minute or two of what happened, and then we can organize and speak to you at length later on.
Okay. Anyway, as you guys heard it, Sabe Pena and Ra is Ghana, and people normally use your name to say things, positive and negatives, and then rumors beat me up. And when the SEC long time they pray into the now. Memeti and not missing now. Yamini Senechi, Sanya Manatum, because on Rangazano, Tiba Yiminishia, Emma Yidin Como, or Kazayao, Queen Da was you, Eradi Maeti and Quem. It was all follow me on social media. Ya was here Radia Sema me Anipi. Makone radio station also, Makoka Radia Semo, Makoka relationship where we started from. The SMK no akwa masemo so nti enko for frame asemi bra na bibi say sinam se me nyi sa ne manu ntum so they have to say the free feed me hu de cause me friend for the number 3 times will be amfa and run up anti me friend manager and me Tracy and also no so what but on team confirm afina we free studio and I'm a friend no studio also so media minimum also. And to be fair, I know so for later on, I'll catch him say of picking and say evangelist is true. The OT and Sabbath. Now, I feel I'm free. If he, baby, oh brother, on me free you are make radio station. I could break into the OT and I'm in for phone when I'm so okay. That's okay. In all things, we should give glory to the Lord. Is a rather than the pabas as is so. Obre so now a frail. Nti the man ka ho nti ne ne chese me coffee ne chese yina so kokohia ye na ide mpa bo ne arecheche sema yina ye ho na yinuanom bi no so e baaye nti Mr Music Man Kodwentwi baaye KKD e baaye KOD baaye ministers na MPs ni bi baa ho ene ebusuafo Kumasi and I say no Mukasa so other part of the world. So by God's grace, etimi no mo kasa enti empire ne ebo se rade bebe na bibia aye kama o se de wusu ne ne nso na ne a wo sre no so ye ne nsre enti me de ye me wokani ade me sre ni pa nyina ne se nyina de ho be mewrade ne ye nyewrade mu gidi ne afa yesu si wra ne ya ache nkwa na ye din akọ enkwa enwam the book of life ko keke di ba o ka se ndo se you no so anye ni no wo zen go for church rest in peace unim ni pakron so we so mu ye se busu ya confirm ye no answer the upper social media but you cannot control social media and you rest in peace now be train e ni pa be bankwam eni pa na ti ase ne so no so oni erade na nti se de be ya ofi mu a which rest in peace now. And okay, in the better where the person is going. You wanna better rest in peace, you know.
Okay. Yes. Yes. So my viewers who are listening to me worldwide, that I was speaking to Papa Shi, a veteran musician of no means repute himself, with many albums behind him. Papa Shi was also in London with us before embarking to the United States. Now he's a full-time evangelist preaching the word of God. So Papa Shi, we thank you for that brief that you've given us. But I'm sure that Papa Shi was talking about Daddy Lumba, the top Michael Jackson of Africa. That is the Ghanaian-born former German resident. Daddy Lumba has passed on, and so Papa Shi, who was one of Daddy Lumba's dancers, then later became a musician, is the one giving me a bit of the story there. He's been to Daddy Lumba's house, and he was there with Kudwenchi, the ministers, and other people. What a sad story. So Daddy Papa Shi will organize in the course of the week and the weekend so that you can be updating us and also give a befitting biopic or biography about Daddy Lumba and your relationship with him as well. Okay?
Okay. God Almighty bless your listeners.
Thank you so much, Papa Shi. And God bless you too.
I really appreciate it. God bless you. Shalom, peace.
Yes. Okay, bye. All right, so that was Papa Shi there. Thank you so much. And anytime we call on him, he's definitely going to be with us. And I've known Papa Shi personally when he was in London, and I'm sure my other colleagues, Leonard colleagues, have joined in. Let me just welcome them. Before I welcome them, let me big up some of our good social media participants. Lady Kokua. All right. Nice wave. Lady Kokua. Big up to One Love. Edna One Love. Thank you for watching us live across the globe. And then we have Lady Tina. Tina, thank you so much for watching us. Adenike Sobanjo, thank you for watching us. We have George Adio, thank you for watching us. And we have Kofi Sabah, yes, thank you for watching us. Great. And those that I've mentioned earlier, I'll be mentioning more, don't worry. And we are so grateful for you being a participant of this program. The current affairs program, like my good friend George Galloway would say, the mother of all current affairs program. All right, let me welcome my learned colleagues, Stephen Apolima. Stephen, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing great.
And you are doing very well, Steve. I mean, the cause for humanity. Earlier on, you and I were on a conference call in a group, grassroots group and all that. You are working so hard for humanity and for the youth and grassroots. I thank you for that. We really admire you. And when our Diaspora Pan-African Awards comes through, definitely be nominating you, say Apollyon.
That would be great. Thank you very much, Anna, for that acknowledgement.
Okay, let me go for my Mr. Abojise. Yes, my very good friend. I always tell him, look, my brother from another mother. Mr. Adams, welcome to the show. Adams, can unmute yourself. Adams, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you very much.
My brother from another mother.
Yes. Not many people are aware. Not many people are aware.
Telling you, back in the days, you know, the pioneers that brought media house, a Pan-African media house to the UK and the diaspora for the first time. We did well, and that legacy lives on.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yes. Let me welcome Teddy Amofa, my partner in progress. How are you, Teddy? Teddy, about you say where there is Kankwa, as on any grassroots, ni Pan-Africanism. Teddy, I think, yes. Did you hear me? I said, about you say where there is Kankwa, there's on any grassroots.
I will ignore you.
All right. Sir Albert is with us. Albert, if you've joined us, we acknowledge you. Thank you so much for joining us, Sir Albert, and we appreciate you to the maximum, Sir Albert. Yes. So the show continues unabated. Earlier on, gentlemen and ladies, we had beautiful Lady Nanama bringing us some brief news from that part of the motherland. Nanama told us about the mid-year budget by the finance minister. She also told us about the Okada ban in Ashanti region somewhere, that the Okada riders can only operate till 7 p.m. And I was asking, why can't the Okada ban be national across the country instead of Ashanti region, because of the recent murders, you know? And then Daddy Lumbe's death, you guys heard me speaking with Papa Shi, one of Daddy Lumbe's dancers, and a reputable musician, Papa Shi. And then Nanama went on to speak about that case being dragged on. People think that case will be quashed when it goes to a higher court of appeal or something like that. And the D-levy is in force. Yes. My other things I would like to add to this wonderful program is that aside the politics, the sports and entertainment section has been, the whole sports and entertainment this week has been packed with events. We have Nigeria winning Wafu, that's the Wafu, not Wafu, it's the African Women's Football Championship, the AFCON of the Women's Championship. We also have Asante Kotoko winning the Club Championship of Africa. And then we have the Ghana ladies coming third, beating, I think, South Africa, if I'm not mistaken. And so Ghana has done very well, the WAFCON for the women. WAFCON, yes. And then we also have England. We cannot talk and not mention England. We live here, you know. This is our homeland, our second homeland or first homeland, depending on which fence you stand on. You know. So England have beaten Spain. So the English Lionesses have won the UEFA wing of the female Euro. Yes, they've won it on penalties, played in Switzerland. So hey, let's all go. Hooray! Big up England. Yes, we've done very well. Yes. It's not every day that we just have to big up the Pan-African and the African winners. We need to big up England as well. They've done very well. And you know, there's a Ghanaian lady in there called Lady Ajiman. Beautiful lady. And She's been scoring sensational goals, amazing. And actually, it was her goal that took England to the final. And so big up to Lady Ajiman. And of course, all the Lionesses, ladies in there. We once again big up Nigeria. We big up the Ghanaian team for coming third. And then we have the boxing, Usyk and Du Bois, and Usyk knocking Du Bois in the fifth round. So from the entertainment and sports, apart from the death of Lumba, which is a very sad death, you could see it's been a very active week indeed. So let me first of all go straight to my very good friend, Steve Apolima. What do you make of the media budget by Atuforsin, Ghana's finance minister? Were you impressed?
Nana, thank you very much. My greetings to to the co-panelists and your listeners across the world. The media budget, unfortunately, I didn't listen, but the little that I got to know about is that the finance minister did not ask for additional money, which is great.
Yes.
Yeah, which is really great, because Charlie, we can't be spending anyhow. And also, one thing that I got to, I need to talk about is continuing projects that were started by the previous administration when they did it.
Yeah.
Which they've secured funding for, which is great. We need to continue these projects. They are very, very important.
Sure.
Now, that's what I can say about the media.
Okay. Let me go straight to my learned friend. Let me welcome Dr. JB. Doctor, welcome JB to the show.
Yeah, hello, good evening to you, our host, and also good evening to my fellow panelists. It's nice to be with you. And I want to apologize to you and panelists for being late in joining you.
No worries, no worries. You've always been a faithful son to we, the diasporans here, making sure that you always bring us good, opinions and views from that part of the world. So we appreciate you. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Okay, so let me go to Teddy. Teddy, have you heard anything of the media, budget Atuforsin, and any comments?
Well, not that much, but I think from what he said, I think he gave the impression that things were moving well, moving in the right direction. But to touch on what Steve said, I think if he continues a project that the other government wasn't able to complete, I think that's a good start.
Okay, let me go straight to Adams. Okay, let's not spend too much time on the subject matters so we can move through them quickly. Yeah, Sir Adams.
Yes, sir.
You are challenging Teddy.
Yeah, I think
we do the battle of the BS, man, and give an award.
I think this media budget has been wonderful without sloganism, Asumdue budget, Impuntu budget, and all those nonsense that did not bring the cat back home. This is a serious government, and they are doing everything seriously. So the first time I applaud the finance minister and the government for what they've presented. By continuing the projects that were left is clearly exhibit the egalitarianism of the NDC government, that they will ensure that equitable distribution of the national cake is observed. And also, seeing as we are not going to add any more money or print new money to support our budget, mid-year budget is wonderful. We see how the government takes Ghana too.
Okay, great. Let me, Dr. JB, welcome, and we appreciate you, like I said earlier. Doc, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Great. Do you have any opinion of a brief view regarding the mid-year budget?
Okay, the media budget was quite precise and concise, and I think January is good. But there were some few projects which I was anticipating the government to allocate money to. The government promised to begin those projects, especially with the Ghana gas project, which is very crucial to the energy sector. The government promised to contract it, but the government didn't allocate money to it. The Commander Sugar Factory, no money was allocated to it. Even though January is good, but I was actually anticipating some money to be allocated to this project and see commencement, which did not happen. But if I look at other aspects concerning the ability of the government to actually stabilize our currency, I think the government has done very well in that regard. There's also a new directive where the city is only the legal tender. Where the dollar now is an illegal tender in the country. I think that's also a very positive remark, which I applaud the government, commend the government for a very good initiative. So
it's good you mentioned that, because that's also a very important point and soundbite, isn't it?
Yes, very important point. Very important. Because if you are US, in UK, as you are in UK, if you are UK, you can't open a city account, and you can't transact anything in UK with the city. So why are you doing the same thing in Ghana? Schools in East Legon.
Yes, and you know, I think that's a powerful policy, because it got to a time Ghana nearly became like a dollar country where you can't even use the cedi. Every shop, you know what I mean, and it's good that the government is, curtail that. Yeah. Okay.
And if I can jump in quickly.
Yeah, go on.
With that, it's a policy that has been in existence for a very long time. But unfortunately, some of our politicians, I mean, they behave like they are above the law. It pains me for that it is me who is going to say this out loud, that we knew that Ghana, we don't spend dollars in Ghana, and yet an appointee in this administration was able to dash out dollars.
I see. That's
so please, it's one thing saying it, and it is another thing doing it. So let us see our politicians really respecting our laws and letting the law work.
Mr. Polymer, we shouldn't be retrospective, because we've just made a statement that Ghana is not a dollar country. The only legal tender in the country is cedi. So we should applaud the government for doing that. Sami Jemfi did not do it after the statement proclamation by the government. If he had done it before that was done, then Sami Jemfi could have been
prosecuted. That is where I disagree with you.
My dear brother, political, so political. With this issue.
That is why I disagree with you.
No, don't disagree with me, because cedi has been the legal tender for the country ever since the cedi was created. That was a law that was used to create the cedi since after the independence when Nkrumah. But because of the galloping inflation, most of the politicians that are stealing from the state would like to keep their money in dollars. How can
than that?
Millions of pounds be found under the bed?
It's like the powers to do worse than that. And I think you all have to put a stop to that.
Great.
Exactly. That's the point.
Okay.
Irrespective of who does it, once it is the law, if you breach it, the law must what? You must be accountable.
Yes.
You get it?
Yes.
It's
so
not about
let's
it is something that has been in existence for a very long time.
But it was ignored. It was ignored. So it has been rekindled now by the Mahama administration, saying that cedi is the only legal tender for our country. Therefore, all harbor, all government parastatal organizations dealing with the revenue generation, from the harbor to the airport, if my container is in Ghana, don't charge me with $1, charge me with the cedi. One thing that I'll urge the government to also look at is how they calculate the duties in the airport, because is a freight plus the purchase of an item. Therefore, if I buy a car for the cost of a car of $20,000 and the freight is $5,000, that's what is going to be add up in Ghana Ports and Harbour to charge me my duty. So $25,000 is the percentage of $25,000 is equal to the duty that I'm going to pay. I don't want to be hearing that. I want to hear a fixed amount of money that is calculated based on the strength or the consumption of a vehicle, but not the purchase plus the freight that they will be using to charge duties in the airport. It is going to be the same as it's going to be the same dollarization of our currency. So they should find a pragmatic solutions of doing that. And if they do it well, then we'll be able to curtail the use of the dollar in our country. Schools will not going to be charged in dollars anymore.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting. Let me let me quickly look at some of the things Nanama brought us. Ban of the Okada in the Ashanti region. 7 p.m. Then after 7 p.m., no operations of the Okada in Ashanti region. I'm thinking that these murders and armed robbers and killers are going to spoil the business for these Okadas. At least the government is coming down hard on this law, and that's a good thing. Let me start with my good brother, Teddy. What do you make out of it? Teddy? Okay, Adams, would you want to take it?
Yes, Nana, you see, Ghana as it is, if Ashanti region can ban Okada, yes, they have every right to ban Okada. If you look in our constitution, it gives every district, assembly, region, and semi-autonomous to make laws. It is just because we are lazy and we don't look into the legislations of the country. Otherwise, most district assemblies can create their own levy system in the district, whereby they can tax people in that district. But making laws to ensure that businesses to the region or to development of the region can be reprogrammed or rescheduled is legal. Therefore, if Ashanti region is saying that I want to give time frame for the operations of the Okada, maybe from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., they are right to do that. But why are they doing that? Have they considered other factors that if we try to put these measures in place, we can allow the Okada people to operate 24/7? Or they are just doing an armchair programs
Adam,
just to the lazy man work of doing it?
Yeah, who wants to come
if I
in?
may,
Who wants to
if
come
I
in?
may, there
Yes,
is a reason for the ban, and we shouldn't lose sight of that reason. In actual fact, this administration is going at all length to regularize Okada and make it part of what the commercial transport system. It is just because of the Boko conflict, which has escalated into the Ashanti region. And if care is not taken, it will even come as far down to the capital city. And as part of the security measures, the Ashanti Regional Security Coordinating Council came together and enforced this ban on Okada riders just for security measures. So let's not lose the context of the ban. The ban is not, it doesn't cut across. It's because of security measures, because of the killers. That is why they put these measures in place.
Okay, so that is
Nana, if I can ask, why is it that Okada becomes a recipe for transferring war from Boko to Ashanti region? What is the correlation between Okada and war in Boko?
Okay, yeah. Can I come in and give some reaction to that?
Go on, David.
what happened is that I think the Bako conflict is between two tribes. It's between the Mampusi and the Kusati. So the Kusati chiefs, one of the Kusati chiefs have actually left Bako to come and live in Kumasi. So he resides in Kumasi somewhere around Mosizongo. Somehow suspicious. It seems through a well-organized crime activity, some assailants were able to find the hideout or the residence of the Kusati chief in Kumasi. They came to kill him, and he was murdered in Koba. They killed him. I don't know how either they do with the CIA or FBI. I don't know how, but they were able to carry out.
I like your CIA and FBI inputs.
More than CIA, they are perpetrating, committing crime and killing people. They were able to carry out a very well-crafted intelligence to come and assassinate the Kusasi chief in Kumasi. Even if they able to trace him down to Kumasi to come and kill him. So through investigation by the Regional Security Council, that's when we realized that the assailants used motorbikes to commit the crime. And the motorbikes have always been used in the area to commit most of the crimes within even Ghana as a whole. So based on this consideration and this evidence at hand in relation with the Boko conflict, that is why the Regional Security Council decided to ban Okada activities at night.
So this shouldn't have been a ban on Okada. If I am a private man, I have my motorbike. Can't I ride between the duration that the ban is? Can't I ride the curfew from 7 p.m. to 4 a.m.? Can't I ride my bike as a citizen of Ghana in Kumasi?
Yeah, but Adams, how would they know the person is not an armed robber, a killer, or one of these people?
No, that's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking. That if I'm a private person.
But my point is,
hello. I stand to be corrected, but I think the ban is Okada. Okada means if you use a motorbike for mobile activities. But if you're riding on your own motorbike in a private capacity, I don't think there's a ban. But if you use it for commercial activity,
so can the assailants use individual motorbikes to go and perpetrate that crime?
Please, let's get it right.
More than one person should not be on the motorbike in motorbike at 7 p.m.
Let's get it right. The curfew is between a certain period.
All right, let me take Teddy's view, probably as a diverse view. Teddy, is Teddy sleeping? Teddy, don't doze off. We know you work very hard and probably. Stephen, any final word to that Okada thing?
Yes. What I would like to say is that it's just part of the security measures that RECSEC has put in place, just so that there wouldn't be, because it is a Kusasi chief that is involved, the Mampusi may want to retaliate. So in order to curb that, a ban on Okada is just one of the security measures. Yeah. There are other security measures that are in place, which are enforced. So let's not generalize it and just be looking at just the ban. Yes. The ban came because of something. And it is that thing that we need to really focus on. The Boko conflict is resolvable. It can be resolved. But because of the politicians, that is why it has protracted it is even older than me. How can that be? We have the Ghana military going to war-torn areas like Liberia, Sierra Leone, to bring peace to those countries. Why can't we bring peace to Boko? Let the politicians take their hands off and allow the military in, so that the military can bring peace to Boko for once and for all. And the guns that are in the system, we know where the guns are coming from, who owns those guns.
And who are the suppliers of the gun as well? I'm sure that they
The
must.
military can take hold of all those guns out of the system. The politicians should allow the military to do their work.
Okay, if I'll be permitted, with the issue of Bokono, I think is very sensitive than how we see it. I read on the news that this morning some assailant, I don't know where they came from, they were able to beat the premises of senior school in Boko, but people out of
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Activities.
Doc, thank you for put on those ones. Very interesting. Let's quickly look at some other interesting topics that I want to bring in. I'm going to sports entertainment because I said earlier, before you guys join in, that the whole week has been an action week. So let's quickly drive through them, and then we come back to a couple of the news, and then we can run up quickly. We have Nigeria winning the ladies championship, the African WAFCON. Congratulations to Nigeria, and they are that's the Super Falcons, and then their coach was also given the best coach of the tournament. So congratulations to Nigeria, and Ghana came third. That is the Black Queens of Ghana were third. Nigeria apparently have won this tournament for the 10th time. That must be very amazing. And we have England also winning the UEFA version of the Women's Championship, that's the Lioness, Euro 2025, retaining the championship in Switzerland by beating Spain. Okay, Adamu, what do you make out of it?
Well done to England. Kudos. Tomorrow we will not sleep. We will hear a lot of things on the.
Some people are even calling for a bank holiday in advance.
Yes, they can have a bank holiday to all what I care. The men should do better. And Kumase Asante Kotoko.
Yes.
Is that Ukuma Pima Pimbeba? They should re-fire the brand and make Asante Kotoko great again. I'm so pleased Asante Kotoko.
Championship for Africa. Well done to that.
Yeah, we've won something. At long last, Otumfuo should try and ensure that the team becomes great again. Sure. And then the Nigerian women, also congratulations to them. But for once, Ghana has come third. So maybe with luck, we can do better this time around. We don't want to use millions upon millions to cook wache for team that don't perform. So we should do our best.
Liva Polima, what do you make out of the sports, especially the ladies, apart from Asante Kotoko one, dominating the African clubs? Then we have the England ladies winning the Euro 2025. And then we have Nigeria winning the African version, WAFCON, Super Falcons. Ghana coming third. Your take on those?
Yeah, Nana, just like my brother Teddy, we don't watch football. Teddy came to Ghana and he was in a club just boogieing like that.
Support your this thing. Teddy sent me some nice pictures where he was boogieing, I said, Teddy, where are you? Hey, then I'm at Osu live band. I said, hey, would you life is too short. Yes. Okay, that's part of the humor. Yes, Steve.
So yes, they've done well. Nigeria has always almost dominated the continent.
Yes.
When it comes to women football. Ghana, I think we are picking our way up, and I would say congrats to them. Next time they will do better.
Okay.
And for England, I know England is one of the top teams when it comes to women football, and on the European continent and even global football. So England winning.
Hey, so you, Steve, are you trying to say that we the men, me, Ademu, Teddy, and all the men, we've never won anything at the champions since 1966? So
66. 66. It's only 66, Nana. We've had 66 for far too long.
You have to rub it in. You have to rub it in.
We've had it for far too long.
All right, that's interesting, guys. Okay, let's look at the heavyweight boxing. This week has been packed with sports and activities. You see a smaller guy that has come from the cruiserweight, moving to heavyweight, and has defeated all the heavyweights, including even the tallest man, 6'9", King and all the rest. This is amazing, and people have started equating him to Muhammad Ali and being the current GOAT of our generation. Let me go to Dr. Debbie. Debbie, are you a fan of sports?
Boxing.
Oh, but Debbie, I forgot to give you your chance to speak on the football side of the female football side, isn't it?
Yes, I'll talk about.
I'm so sorry. Look, take the sporting female sports that has been dominating during this summer. We have England winning the women's one for Euro, Nigeria winning the African one, and then we've got Santiago winning the club championship, and then we can come to the boxing bit.
Okay, I'll talk about the football, but the boxing, I don't have much information. Nigeria have won the Women AFCON for the 10th time. That's 10 times. And from records, anytime that Nigeria participates in the AFCON, their worst performance is to reach the semi-finals. They have been very fantastic, phenomenal whenever they participate in the women AFCON or women football competition. Nigeria have been a dominant in Africa for many years, and I'm not surprised the crown champions again. But if Ghana was able to make it to the finals to play against Nigeria, I can tell that the competition would have taken place on Facebook, Twitter, and on social media than they thought. Actually, yes, that would have happened. So congrats to them. Kotoko have been doing very well for the past 5 years to almost a decade. But my team as a folk have not been very impressive. Togo Afeze, when he took over as the major shareholder of House of Folk, I think his management have not been impressive. So Kotoko have got the upper hand without any competition from House of Folk, and that has actually killed the interest in the local football, local Ghana Premier League. So I think the management of House of Folk should do something and catch up with Kotoko. So if you have these two rivals teams competing against each other, then it can spark the passion in our local football, and I have some ingredients to it. Yeah, thank you very much.
Doctor, both teams haven't been doing well. Look at the teams that have been taking the championship, the premiership. I think Bebieni Complex took the premiership, isn't it? Whilst Asante Kotoko was. So both teams are not doing well.
Yes, a year before that, Kotoko won. And
both teams are not doing well.
But they're not doing well. But if you compare Kotoko for the past 5 years, Kotoko has won the league about twice or thrice. Even for the past 9-10 years, has won the league all once for the past 10 to 14 years. Kotoko has won more than 5 times, 6 times.
We need state investment into our local teams, so it will be much interested and it will be patronized by the locals. Now, Ghana's sports is being dominated by the foreign football, like the English Premiership, La Liga, and then the other is nothing home to write about, because if you live in your own country,
there should be a direct government policy to ban the media.
If you live in your own country and you don't support your local team, how can you build a future that will play for international
there should be a deliberate government policy. A deliberate government policy to ban foreign football in Ghana. The Western countries telling us democracy. Look at if in UK, US, if a media station, I'm coming. In UK, US, if a media station
to ban English Premiership from airing in Ghana,
that does not support the interest of the government, but the government banned it. If you go to UK, US, they are banning Russian media. They are banning Iranian media. If the government over there, that is telling that you should allow freedom of speech. If the media content doesn't suit their interest, they're going to ban it. They've been doing it in the US and UK. They're banning it.
Doctor, what we need to do is, Doctor,
African platform, they're banning them.
The trouble is not the government legislating, it's the people that needs to, the media, the personalities needs to reconscientize their mind and know why they are working in Ghana and why they should promote the local. You see, now our taste,
government policy to force them to do it.
Our taste towards everything in that those countries are gone. Now we are becoming more foreigners than we are locals. So if somebody is interested in premiership.
Yes. So when about the US ambassador, the British ambassador, France ambassador come and tell African government that you should allow press freedom, they are not advocating for press freedom because they want to freedom. They are advocating for press freedom because it will create a platform for them to be able to project their influence over Africa and get our interest, so that we can still continue to remain subservient to them in all aspects of life. It calls Sotowa. A typical example is what has happened now, that our teams in Africa, Ghana, have become virtually a training ground for them, training talents to export to the European clubs. And
not only teams, not only football teams. Ghana will spend money to train doctors and nurses, and after they get the training, they all run to the United Kingdom and elsewhere to work. Because we are useless. Our administrations are useless. We spend money and we let the professionals go. So the brain drain is real. And when you come here, they tell you that you need to pay this, you need to pay that, and you are even useless. Your country is useless. They tell you that where you come from is useless. So we need to make pragmatic policies that will stop the brain drain.
When it comes to this English women team, they were able to win the trophy by one Michelle Ajman. That girl is a Ghanaian. She came late and she came to score for the English women team to win the European title. It's a Ghanaian. It's a Ghanaian woman who is playing for England, and she came in to score for the English women's national team to win the trophy. This is a typical example.
So that's interesting on the game front, and that's very great interjection there. With the boxing, this generational goats Usyk and interesting. Adams, your take on the Usyk one?
Now, boxing is no more interested again. Look at them; they are like logs banging each other in a ring. No skill whatsoever. And Usyk has got a bit of skill. Therefore, he will outskill them and beat them. The men, look at Anthony Joshua, no skill. Look at Dubious, no skill. Look at Tyson Fury, no skill. Can you compare their
skill? Come on, Adam.
No skill whatsoever. Look at how Mike Tyson. Look at how Evander Holyfield. Look at the way they fight. They are not like logs. They've got skill. Mike Tyson has got combo. Evander Holyfield has got combo and grab. You see, so nowadays, this guy will dominate for long because these guys are not boxers. They are just KJTR fighters, and he's beating them. How can you let a big black man like this, let Usyk, Ukrainian, who can beat you like that? It's so embarrassing. That's why I don't even watch them.
Let's go to Steve. Steve.
That is what my brother has said. So I don't have anything more to
All right. Hey, the big one there we can round up. The death of Daddy Lumba. Come on. Let's go. Adams.
Daddy Lumba.
Oba Nanama has been quite a bit. Let me give a letter. She's been, handling the program for a long while before you guys joined. So I gave him that break specifically for her to recover. Nana, have you recovered enough? Nanama.
Yes, please, I have.
You've recovered enough?
Yes, please. I'm here in the show.
Okay. Next time when they are late, how much do you want to charge them so that when they come to Ghana, you can tax them?
They are charging.
All right. Okay. So Nana, that the Lumba death. Yes. How are you Ghanaians taking it? And what have you once again heard so far? Let's go, Nana.
I said earlier on, his death is so sudden and shocking. It's a mixed thing. We can't explain how we are feeling so far. But the NPP, they went to his house, like Mr. Albert said. Everybody is paying tribute to him. Last respect. His death is.
Check your network. Can you hear me, Nana?
Yes,
Okay,
please,
Nana,
I can.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please, I can hear you.
Yes. And Nanama, I also heard that Daddy Lumba, one woman, girlfriend or wife or partner, poison him through fufu. Is it true that fufu can poison you? I heard that the Lumba. No,
the food wasn't so specific.
No, Nanama, let me put it in a better way. I think I got the question.
Yeah, I have.
I think what people are saying, all the social media, somebody, a partner, previous partner, put some pentois, a grinded bottle in his food, and gradually, or gave him some poison. There were so many stories flying about. Even at the time, people were saying he was dead.
Nana.
The point I want to make. The latest
Nana, it's quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate that part of the world people don't die natural death. Everybody that dies is either their grandmother, their political affiliate, their business partners, their wives, and their children kill them. Nobody dies naturally in Ghana.
And then the last
it's a shame.
The last one I heard, Adams, is that the latest one.
No, this one was.
So it is the poison in cassava and the too much fufu that killed, because too much of the cassava can be toxic.
Look at nonsense. Look at the nonsense. Look at the lazy nonsense.
I beg to differ on this. This is a global platform, and we shouldn't use this platform to spread rumor. Please, we don't know the official
yes.
the official statement on the cause of death. We don't know, and we cannot be talking about what people are saying out there. We can't deal with rumor. And Adam, quickly, please, as bad as it is, Ghana is our home.
Yes,
and
but
it is not always the case. It is not always the case that every death is associated with a witchcraft or a politician poisoning. No. Please. This is a global platform.
When it comes to the celebrity, when it comes to people of influence, we all know that if somebody is dead, they will associate it with anything, somebody. Nobody dies naturally in that country.
Why I'm saying
and that is why I am coming with a point. I'm coming with a point that negates all those nonsense. It's high time we called a spade, but not a big spoon. We live in a country where our health system is so bad. And even if it's not bad, our adherence to health advice is non-existent. How many times have you, Apollema, been to the hospital to ask for an MOT? How many times has your GP, your doctor, written to you to come when you were at the age of above 40 to come and have thorough health check? When you were 50 or you are about to be 50, have you been invited by your doctor to have your prostate checked? There are certain things that needs to be checked by every man at a certain point in your life to ensure that you are not suffering from any undercurrent disease that can kill you without any symptoms. These are some of the things that we need to look into. These are some of the things that we have to advocate. These are some of the things that we have to press our lazy MPs to go into the Houses of Parliament, to legislate, to make laws, to lobby government ministries, to ensure that we have certain things, our rights to be given to us. There are millions of people dying in the country, not even to the age of Daddy Lumba, but we don't hear them. But one person dying, we hear a whole lot of stories and.
Point noted, but I don't want us to dwell on that. Let's look at the legacy of the man, his demise, and then probably we can do another segment for this, the way Africans take death. And most times we would like to associate death to somebody. Yeah, we can do that. But now let's look at the legacy of the man. Your take on that, Adams, and then I go to Doc and see, and then we can wrap.
I would say he has projected Ghanaian music to a next level. He's done well. He's a revolutionary in the Ghanaian music industry. So he's done his bit. From the Yam Ponsa to the Boga High Life to Lumba style of high life is also a transformation. So to lay emphasis on his legacy, he's also created a section of a culture in our country.
Let me go to Doc, and then I'll go to Steve. Doc.
Hello. Okay. Lumba is gone. Unfortunately, he died quite young, 60 years, not all that old. But unfortunately that he's gone. And from childhood to now, I can say it emphatically that Daddy Lumba is the best musician of all time in Ghana. In all aspect of music, he was just talented. If you try to sing gospel, he stands tall, extraordinary. When it comes to high life, extraordinary. And I think Lumba is simply a gifted natural musician, and his impact within the music career surpasses any musician you've had. There's some other point of view perspective try to compare him to Kodwenji and Champon, other Mrs. Ampadu. But going from childhood up to now, I think Lumba is the best musician you've had in Ghana, and he stands tall among all musicians. And unfortunately, that it has happened with him. Though getting to the later stage of his career, it seems he was becoming more politically biased with the MBB. But let's say it's part of his career and also to make money. Notwithstanding the few differences and his political bias and during the latter of his career, when it comes to his competence and a natural gift as a musician, I think he stands tall and he's simply second to none. May his soul rest in peace and long live Ghana music. Thank you.
Okay, Steve.
Yes, Nana, from the golden era of high life to the modern age, that Olumba, as we all know, he's more than a musician. He was a storyteller, a philosopher. In fact, he was a healer. With his golden voice, he spoke to the soul. Songs like Abin Waha, Yasum Jesus, and many more were not just hits, they were life lessons that were wrapped in rhythm. We've lost a legend, and from all corners. I mean, from the current president, the past leaders, everybody is eulogizing this man. So I would just say, Ghana, we've lost a legend.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. We've had a fantastic looking at issues. I'm going to give you all a minute to run up. Before I do that, there is this beautiful lady, Professor Grace Ayesu Dankwa, who has been appointed as the Deputy Minister for Health. And then there's a shocking revelation that a due diligence was done on Earth, where they do that secretly during her younger days, and apparently she went to Archbishop Porter Girls, SHS at Fijai, Takrady, in the Western region. And we had a headmistress there, or whoever, the authority there, filed a confidential report against her that she was very temperamental and all that. And so people are waiting to see whether that is going to affect her vetting or not. And so this is an interesting story, breaking news. And so to the youth that are coming through during your school days and everything.
Nana, isn't that illegal?
Go on.
Under no circumstance in this country that you divulge somebody's information, especially when a child is in school, their information, such as that, they don't even keep those records for you to divulge it.
So basically, that's what is happening today.
That's illegal.
How the situation pans out. And they also cited those that join the military and the security services. They do those checks. And there was one military guy who had been recruited. And during one of the trainings, they just walk up to him and gave him the sack.
Nana, I'm interested. I'm interested in picking Adam's thought on this, because this is someone who is going to occupy a public office. And just like all public office holders, they do a background check on you before you occupy that office. So please, as a form of education, I want to know how this is illegal.
Yes, when you look at the age is when her age at the SHS, if it's clearly stated that she's above 18 years, then we hold her responsible for anything that she does. Temperament is not anything that could affect.
This particular one was coming during SHS, and the administrator didn't give a good report at all. And there was another story about this military guy who got sacked from the military training because when he was he was stealing the other students' laptops and I'm only bringing this in, but the other side, is that they later found out that he was actually in the school cadets and was rather apprehending the other students. So we've got to be careful and weigh the issues. Look, on that note, any final word? We've got Teddy. Teddy has finally come back. Oh, Teddy, how are you?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's nice to see you back. Any final word? Let me go to Dr. JB first. Doctor, final word?
Okay. I'm concerning the research background. That is why wherever you work, you try and keep a good legacy, because you don't know what life is going to take us, and nobody knows tomorrow. Except tomorrow is pregnant, and so far as tomorrow with us, you don't know what will happen. So wherever you go, whatever you that you do, you should try and leave a very good legacy, because it might come and haunt us the next day. Thank you.
Nice one. Steve Apoliman.
Yes, Nana, there's a whole lot I would like to say, but because of time, let me just limit myself to the last discussion we were having about Dr.
What you want to say, you want to put it in a book form so that we can publish it?
Oh, of course.
my global and worldwide viewers.
So what I want to say is this. Yes, background check.
Let me acknowledge you a bit, then you come in. Steve Apolima is a well-renowned author who writes prolific, books. He's got few behind him, and we adore him and his contribution to the show. So, Steve, big up. But don't forget, when you become a millionaire in dollars and pounds,
Nana, try and get James O'Brien or this gay boy to sponsor him to write. He's got a publisher, so you can let him connect him with the gay guy to publish his books for him.
Amen to that.
LBC.
I hope the MPP is not going to use it against me when I stand for office.
Well, Teddy is listening carefully, so be careful what you bring up.
Oh, this is not politics. So this is journalism. This is not politics.
Well, your legs, Teddy. Yes.
I know. I'm the lone ranger among the NDC. I know. And I always fight my corner.
Okay, Steve.
Yeah, so just like it is done, background checks are very important when you are taking a public office. But to go as far back as your SHS and for your headmistress or whoever it is to give such a bad report about you, I think it doesn't augur well. But as to whether it is illegal or not legal, that one I will go and find out. But it doesn't speak well of whoever gave such a bad report about the young lady. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
Okay, let me go to Adams and then I'll come to Teddy. I'm interested in what Teddy will say. Yeah, Adams.
Yeah, that's all about it. What the headmistress did was wrong, and we shouldn't encourage it. We should condemn it under no certain terms. If anything, it should be her university, the university and where she worked, that should be referencing her. In reference, even you cannot give a bad reference, you just ignore the request for reference. That says a lot. You don't give bad references, you ignore. So it's not allowed. We have to do things right. We have to do things right. Many of those politicians there, when you go back to their basic education, you have a lot of things to say about them. So they don't consider those things are not done in this country. We will be looking at where your age started maturing.
Run up 1 minute, Teddy. Your view on whatever.
Well, I'll take a different dimension. And is it from secondary school, from university? If it's university,
it's right.
Then you talk about if do you recall this guy Joseph Oriata during the Iraq week when he ran nakedly from this university all the way to the how do you call it, to the entrance, and you remember how do you call it, Bill Clinton taking drugs as a student, Obama the same. So the point is, where do you start? Where do you draw the line? You can't use that as a pass as in schooling as you can't use schooling as a reference point. If it's employment, then yeah.
Teddy has brought in a very good issue. Look at Boris Johnson and David Cameron. You know the initiation, £50 note, the head of pig, then you put your manhood in the mouth of the head of pig. That is the initiation. They did it in Eton.
Exactly.
So school references is rubbish. The headmistress dragged to court for what she's done.
I remember I was even I can use my experience when we used to during the in the 80s when things were during the drought and all these things. We used to go to the headmasters' farms and do away with cassava and all those things. And we did all these things. What about us?
You know some of these boys and girls are so bad that really
school
bad.
Is school, Nana. You have
school
to
is
exhibit
school.
School is
of
school,
course.
Nana.
We're all mischievous men. We've all been mischievous men.
I wouldn't have got any single good report.
Teddy was jumping the walls.
I wouldn't have got a single good report from any of my teachers.
I was an expert signing, faking signatures of masters to go to exit, and I was selling it. We all did it, man.
The bad boys are the good boys in future.
Doctor wouldn't want to comment his students because his profession might be questioned if they get to know what he was doing at school. Dr. John, JB.
Okay. Okay. Hello.
I said school time. Were you a bad boy?
No. Honestly, I can't say. No, I wasn't a bad boy. I was that kind of quiet, reserved, always serious, and better.
Hey, Dr. JB, and the health minister about where this is one.
What about you, sir? What about you?
Hey, come and so
What about you? What about you?
I'm taking the Fifth Amendment. Right?
Huh?
He's taking the Fifth Amendment.
Oh my God!
He has the right to remain silent.
No, let's big up our very good social media participants. Our Papa Lee, thank you so much for joining. We have Gus, we have Josie Louis Casti, we have Nanajua 6860. We thank you so much, Clara Ribeiro. And yes, and Douglas Ajiman, thank you so much. We have Itachi, thank you so much. We have Monkey Man, thank you so much. We have, Adenike Sobanjo Benedict Ampons. We have Wes, we have Lavev, Princess Kenya, African Pulse, we thank you so much. We have Mrs. Munufeya, thank you for joining us. Lord Uforiata, hey, Lord Uforiata, welcome to the show. We have Muna Khalid, we thank you. Lady Anne, thank you for joining us. We have Nanaya O, thank you. Manuel, thank you. Mrs. Precious, thank you. Adafua, Abundant Grace, George, we love you all guys to the maximum. If I want to mention the names, we won't finish tonight. So therefore, all those of you watching us, let me give Nanama the final word as we began with the Lady Nanama, Beautylicious. Nanama, don't worry. Adams, any, count, remember I put you smart, you buy your wife, don't worry. Anna, maybe I'll be broke, be a friend. Mama, go Steve, Albert, New York, wife. Okay, Nanama, run up for us.
Let's wait to see them and all that.
Yes.
Because in conclusion, that's a long of a bomb.
Okay, I said now like
Nothing. Me de Yakob man a Lumbes family.
Okay, that's a good one. And also from our end, Voice of London Television and our sister station, Voice of London Radio, and of course the Pan-African Voice Publishing Company, all our sponsors, our social media handles, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Spotify. We want to thank you all for making this program the number one current affairs and Pan-Africanism in the whole wide world. Thank you, Sir Adams, my good brother from a different mother, Stephen Apolima. I want to thank Sir Albert, Doctor, my partner in progress, Dr. Benson, and the beautiful lady Nanama, not forgetting Teddy Amofa. Thank you so much, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye. Good night.